Hello everybody, welcome back to the NI Airsofter channel. Today we're going to be talking about camouflage and concealment. In front of me is a ghillie. He is hiding somewhere. Do you spot him? No? Well, please stand up, Josh. And there you can see, ladies and gentlemen, how important concealment and camouflage is. Or how about here, ladies and gentlemen? Are you able to spot the ghillie here? Are you unable to? Well, Josh, please stand up. And how about here, ladies and gentlemen? Are you able to spot our dear ghillie sniper? Are you unable to? In which case, Josh, please stand up. Or how about here, ladies and gentlemen? Are you able to spot the ghillie sniper? If you're not able to spot him, Josh, please stand up. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the final spot we will be covering for today. Are you able to spot our ghillie? If you're not able to spot the ghillie, Josh, please come out.
So everyone, after that fun little game of spot the ghillie, and hopefully they weren't too easy, some of the spots, but it's now time to talk about camouflage, concealment, what's the simplest way to do it, what's the best way to do it. Personally speaking, I'm going to give you tips, I'm going to use what I use, that way I'm going to give you knowledge, I'm going to let you use it whichever way you want to use it, to be fair with you. At the end of the day, I am not physically there to guide you, so take my advice as you please, but without further ado, let's get into what I will advice-wise. So, the idea of camo and concealment is the idea of breaking the body up. You don't want massive patches of colour, like your face. Even your eyes to an extent can be a giveaway, same as reflective lenses, that type of thing. So you want to try and break things up. So for example, if you've got a scope or a scope cam, maybe we want to put the anti-reflection lens on it. The wee hexagonal shape wants to break down the reflection, especially if you're playing in a more dusk environment or a really bright sunny day. The actual glint of the scope will give you away. If your face, for example, if you don't want to paint your face with cam cream or anything like that, simple things such as a boonie to cover the top of the head, cap, balaclava, simple wee things like that there will help break up the actual shape. Now in regards to breaking up the human body, there's a few things you can do. So you've got your typical MTP or DPM camouflages or flak tarn. Very good base camos, especially flak tarn for European countries, same as DPM and MTP, though a lot of people would argue flak tarn is probably the most solid choice overall. I am inclined to agree with them, despite using MTP for the base of everything I do. So, is it necessary for a full ghillie in airsoft? No, truthfully speaking. You can hide in a lot of the spots that I've done with a half ghillie, the top half only. And what you need to do for that there is simply break down the body, break down the colours, match the foliage. For example, down here, my colours are a bit more vibrant. I'll find it far more difficult to hide, especially now that we're still in the winter times. Or in the summer, this would be a lot more suited. Now, some of the spots were more difficult to see me in, but realistically speaking, this suit that I'm currently wearing, currently have built, would be far more for the summer approach rather than winter time. So, how did I do it? I actually used an average base suit for the top and trousers. Realistically speaking, you just need this more than anything else. Some amber leaf, some oak leaf, and some stray straw, really, from mixed different colours, all available on his website or on yourself. It's also available for free on the ground as well if you want to put real foliage into it. As you can see, plenty of leaves, debris that'll allow you to blend in if you wish to put the real stuff into it. Ideally speaking, the fake stuff's just as good. For airsoft, it's not like you're in real combat, but some people would say stick with the real stuff. This stuff's just as easier. It really is. The only difference is you do have to pay for it. So, I really should have wrote a script for this here than doing it off the top of my head. To be very honest with you, especially after marshalling all day. But with that there, next thing I'd like to speak about is your boots. This is so fucking stupid. And the reason I say that is, do you see if you have perfectly shiny polished boots, you will stick out like a sore thumb. Boots is a big giveaway. Same as patches, same as anything reflective or shiny on your rigging. Best way to do it is camo them up, same as cameras. Make sure you've got a bit of a camo pattern on them or got them covered by the camo itself. I don't actually have one on it. Well, I don't have my scope cam on this one, and he is currently using my GoPro that's got camo on it. Another thing I definitely recommend is breaking up the rifle. So I've went for more of the basic aspect of actually getting the vinyl. There is other ways you can do it, especially with a leaf suit for the rifle. Not a bad choice, leaf suit. I personally prefer this type. Prefer the vinyls type, as it's just not as messy in my personal opinion, and it's just as effective in a lot of cases as the leaf suit. You'll have to change the leaves to match the time of year, so this blends pretty well most times of year anyways. So with that there, everyone, to round this up on some of my advice on building your ghillie and working on camo and concealment, that type of thing. Balaclava, make yourself a lot easier to break up your face. Bit of camo on the lens holder or your eye pro, make your life a lot easier that way. You can get camouflage bullies and camouflage eye protection, but they are mesh. Personally speaking, I do not trust mesh, as I've seen BBs shatter multiple times on people's face that way when they're wearing mesh, and they've got fragments in their eye, and it's happened to me when I started playing the game years ago. So personally speaking, I prefer these. Not as stealthy as painted ones, but I'd rather keep my eyesight and not damage them. Personally speaking, break your head up, wee boonie, crab hat, nice and simple. Camo gloves, solid color gloves, you will stick out. Especially black ones, not so much, but brightly colored ones, white ones, you will stick out like a sore thumb. Anyone with a sharp eye will pick you out. And in regards to your suit, I liked an MTP base. Some people will put DPM, flak tar. Personally speaking, I like MTP, as there's a lot you can do with it. However, do make sure all your webbing matches as well. You don't want DPM rigging, MTP base on your ghillie. It doesn't look right, and it doesn't help your situation. Because if you look at a bush and suddenly there's two different shades of colouring in the same bush, you're going to shoot it. Let's be fair, you're going to shoot it because it's going to stick out. Same as your face. There's no point of having your ghillie hood up, there's no point of having a boonie on if you're going to have your face completely out in the open where you can be physically seen easier. Same with the leaves, you can put real stuff in it. I prefer the fake stuff. Fake stuff lasts longer in my opinion, and the fake stuff can be more easily clamped on. So with everyone, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I would like to thank everyone for hopefully taking some of my advice and tips on it, and eventually when I'm building a new ghillie, I shall record me assembling it. So with everyone, thanks again for watching. Please do as well remember to join us on Discord. Please do as well remember to, if you see me in person, ask for a patch. I've got loads of free channel patches to give out, so remember to ask that there. So with everyone, thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed some of the tips and my thoughts on building the ghillie. So with everyone, thank you, and I shall hopefully see you in game.